All right, folks, from the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks. You are live with Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop. I'm sitting today on a Friday, y'all, on a Friday afternoon. Look up, and damn, there he is. Krayzie Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony walked in the studio. Now, he and I done connected back in the day, but it's been a while. And I said, man, I got to get you on the show while I got you here. He's here for another project. But while they setting up, we got to put him on the show, folks. What's up with you, Bone?
Chilling, man.
How you feeling, man? Come on a little bit closer.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Everything is good, man.
Good.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
you and I was talking off camera, man, about some of the things you talk about in your podcast.
Yeah.
What's your podcast called?
Truth talk.
Truth Talk.
Yeah, truth talk.
Now, one of the things that blew your channel up was a conversation you had about the meeting, that mystery meeting, that folks came in wearing black ties and had to sign N.W.As, and if you didn't agree with it, you had to leave, blah, 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 under the fear of your health.
Yeah.
And people always ask me, Lonzo, do you believe that? Do you believe that? I believe it happened. But whether it happened or not, we both agreed that the effects of that meeting, whether it was real or fictitious, I wasn't there, you wasn't there, right? But we see it in the game right now. Everything has changed completely. How have you seen the major change? You still in the game. I ain't been in the game. I've been on the sidelines coaching for the past 20 years. How have you seen things change different in the game?
Man, I've seen a lot change from when Easy put us on. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I mean, one of the first things I saw change, it's just happening like abruptly, like all conscious rap at one point just disappeared all of a sudden, and it was only and they were only like plugging one kind of music, one kind of genre of music, which at the time was gangster rap. The same today we see. They're promoting one kind of music. They're making people think that this is all hip hop has to offer when it's not. It's so much more to offer in hip hop, but they're giving us they're giving us the version they want to be portrayed.
Now, you're absolutely right, Doc. And I'm out in the streets still. I may be coaching, but I'm still in the streets on a regular basis, and I hear so much strong, good music. Yeah. Okay, but you can't hear it no place else other than the people send you an MP4 or maybe send you a YouTube link, but they don't get no kind of real play and rotation when it comes to the playlist. Now, you think that's a direct result of what we're talking about right now?
Man, yeah, definitely. I mean, because it's like they're dictating what can be sold, what music can be heard, what music will be played. It's like that's why they have program directors,
right,
at radio stations, because they program people to what they ought to be listening to. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it started. It just like you said, the effects has been started. Like just talking about radio. When we see what happened to radio, like when you got these radio stations playing the same song all day long, the same all day long. When there's so much other good music out there, but they try to program us to what they want us to hear.
I sit back and sometimes I have to I have to sit back and shut up sometimes. Maybe I shouldn't shut up as much as I do, because when I speak, I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah,
I've seen it when there's a variety of music. You had N.W.A, you had Kid and Play.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. You had KRS-One, you had Tupac, everybody had even the gangsters had different type of cuts on their music.
Exactly.
Everybody wasn't killing everybody on every cut.
Exactly.
And even though people had them beefs, which I think for the most part were manufactured by a lot of the magazines, you got a lot of people online on Facebook, YouTube, Clubhouse that's keeping a lot of bullshit going on these streets for their own personal benefit and for the benefit of their whatever their agenda may be.
Exactly. No. Yeah.
I was so glad, man, when I saw y'all had a little thing with 3-6 Mafia, and y'all backed up off that. Hey, man, no, we ain't gonna do that. We gonna let that go.
Yeah.
And y'all was able to, come look like men at the end of it. I was like, damn, they gonna fight. Then somebody, I don't know who it was. Who was the voice of reason in that situation?
I mean, it was basically, man, everybody knew that it couldn't happen like that. That's why everybody came and like jumped in the middle of the stage, because like man, we wasn't there for that. Like we, you know, like we passed that. We grown men,
Come on, man.
all in our 40s. You know what I'm saying? It's like we passed that. If we was going to do that, we should have done that 20-something years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now this is a moment that hit. This is about the culture. This is to big the culture up and make people do the opposite of what going there right now.
You got to lead by example, man.
Exactly.
And I think that's one of the problems we having right now in the hip hop game is that some people that's in leadership position is leading from a bad position.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
They still a lot of people still own that street thing. Okay. And the street thing there got you there, but it won't keep you there. Act should.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
It may have got you there. It may have played a small part in your success, but at some point in time, you got to put that in the closet and go and do something else and become a businessman. I often speak about 50 Cent's book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. Mm-hmm. He said at some point in time, he realized that the business folks looked at him as being a gangster. And they didn't want, a lot of people didn't want to mess with him at first.
Yeah.
He had to go put on some suits and some nice watches and some other stuff to make himself presentable and feel like make them feel more comfortable so he can get them real checks and stay off that bullshit.
Exactly. True, man. I mean, at some point in time, we got to grow up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, of course, we may have gotten to the business, fresh off the streets. You know what I'm saying? But when you get in that position, man, you gotta let something. You gotta let that go. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for longevity, and it's all our dream to get off them streets and do something better. So like, let that go and like step into that business suit like 50 did. He realized that, and that's what we all got to do as older men, for real.
You said that twice, man. I appreciate you saying that. As older men, what are the responsibilities you feel we have in hip hop?
Man, I feel like, because man, I'm a student of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I followed everything from the beginning of hip hop. Hip hop is only 2 years older than. No. I'm sorry. Hip hop is the same age I am, 48 years old.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I studied hip hop, man, like to the T, and I know, like I know that hip hop had a purpose. This was our communication line to our people back in the community. Like we taught, we educated them, we warned them about certain things, and they listened. And they knew that that's why it had to change, because we were reaching them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, they realized that.
I tell this story all the time, man. I remember a group that worked out in my studio right here, Body and Soul. That was D. Barnes and Rose. Rose rented the room for me for years, and they got their deal with Delicious Vinyl. Mm-hmm. And they first had them cut looking like Salt and Pepper from the West Coast with the geometric haircuts, and they both had bodies.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And they both had skills.
Yeah.
But somehow, at some point in time, they went to New York or somewhere and met with Chuck D, had a conversation with Queen Latifah, and they came back looking like somebody from Coming to America before he left his country. I forgot the name of his country. Okay.
Yeah.
Before he left, and they did their video. They insisted on doing this. Okay. And I remember once they did the video, they did the video at the Crenshaw Mall. Once that video was done, I never saw that project again. Don't project. I think Def Jeff did it. I think Dre might have had a little something to do with it. I'm not sure. I know Def Jeff was very involved in it. But again, once they changed their imagery, they were done. And that's something that I'll never forget as long as I live. Again, because most people don't know that happened, but because I was first at a front row seat to them getting the deal, negotiating the deal, everything happening, partially recording the album, blah, 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 blah. To see that, and what happened? Well, we changed our image. They shelved our project. And that's something, and people speak of the record companies not having too much control. That was the first example that I remember.
Yeah.
First example that I remember. Okay. Man, when you was on Ruthless, what were some of your better times in Ruthless, man?
Man, we was man, like I said, we was big fans of the whole West Coast scene, Easy, N.W.A. So when we got with Easy, man, like just having Easy come and pick us up every day, driving us to the studio, you know what I'm saying, in the Benz, we was just like, man, couldn't believe it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got Easy E taking us to the studio every day, like to record our project. It was cool because Easy was with. I mean, we wasn't around him for a long time before he passed, but he
Right.
was with us most of the time.
I was telling you earlier before we started taping this show that Easy. I remember when he heard about y'all, got your tape, but however he ran across y'all, he had to go to Ohio to meet these guys or whatever the case may be, and he brought y'all back right away, put y'all in the studio like it was nobody's business, and a lot of folks here on the West Coast was pissed off. They've been waiting.
Yeah.
Here come some guys that cut the line like bullies in the schoolyard. How y'all gonna get ahead of me? But because y'all was doing something unique, I respected the fact that he heard something different and had to go with it. Okay.
Yeah,
and like I told you before, the only person that had any kind of style like that, remotely like that, was Mixmaster Spade back in the day. Okay.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody had, I mean, 4 of y'all, 5 of y'all?
Five. Yep.
5 of y'all?
Yep.
5 brothers that's harmonically rapping. Ain't been done before, ain't been done since.
Yeah, true.
How you feel about that, man?
Man, it's great, man, to know that we, you know what I'm saying, that we brought the well, we knew that like he was like on to us, you know, like, and because we felt it. We felt it when we was on the label and everybody was like looking at us like, you know, who is these dudes from Cleveland? Where's Cleveland anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like so people looking at us like, you know what I'm saying, who is y'all? But like you said, he had a vision and he wasn't gonna let like no egos or nothing like stand in the way of that vision because he knew he was a visionary, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he knew that he had to get us to the forefront ASAP.
If folks don't realize what Cleveland is, you the dumb son of a bitch. Cleveland is where all the bad people come out of. You got the baddest cats in the game. Ohio players, Lakeside, Ohio, OJs, Steve Arrington and Slave. Help me out, man. Come on.
Man.
Come on. It's so many people. It's so much Zap. Okay.
Zap,
come on, man.
Zap,
come on.
Yeah.
So much funk came out of Cleveland, Ohio. It's just it's no mystery why y'all came the way y'all came.
Yes, indeed.
Man, it's man, I'm glad to have you on the show. I got my chat room here. Somebody says plus Jerry Heller was from Cleveland. He was from Shaker Heights.
Oh yeah,
definitely. He was from Shaker Heights, right. Yep. Somebody asked me a question. Did you know the Licks?
Oh yeah.
No, the Licks. Alcoholics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, yeah.
They from Cleveland too?
No.
Okay. No. Okay. Well, man, Bootsy, my man said Bootsy. Yeah. So yeah.
That's right. Yep.
We got a surprise show. Like I said, my man came by. He was supposed to come by 2 weeks ago. Fucked around and got COVID. How that shit treat you, man?
But I was good, man. You know what I'm saying? It really didn't. Like I got like a little like slight cold, and I was good. I was back up and running for real.
I respect the fact that you put us on hold so you can come by here 100% and sit with us. Now we're doing another project today here at the studio about Jerry curls. Did you have a Jerry curl back with me?
Yeah, man. Yes, I
come
did.
On, man. Give me a little some of that Jerry curl juice. God damn it. Come on, man. Y'all don't know about no Jerry curl.
You know it.
What was your hair care products, Doc?
Man, Carefree.
Carefree. All right.
Carefree.
Go ahead.
Carefree, Lusty, all that.
Come on.
Carefree,
they don't know. They ain't knowing.
For real.
They ain't knowing. What was the best part about a Jerry curl for you?
Man, I mean, you know, back in the days, it was just like, you know, like I wanted one because my older brother had one, you know what I'm saying, and all and everybody on the block had one. So I'm like, you know, I wanted me one because I saw like, you know, like Michael Jackson and like other entertainers with them, man. So I just always wanted one just to have one.
Now, what was the worst part about a Jerry curl for you?
Oh man, all the juice everywhere.
Oh, come on, man.
All the juice.
Come on, man. That juice wasn't no joke.
For real.
I told him the other day, Jerry curl was damn near a weapon. Okay,
yeah.
If you got some juice in your eye, that nigga was blind for at least 4-5 minutes. Okay, you got to actually whoop somebody's ass or getting your ass whooped. Okay, if Jerry curl juice got in your eyes, you finna get your ass whooped.
Exactly. You know
that shit that shit stung. It stung like a son of a gun.
Sure
the glycerin, the water, and especially the Carefree curl, because it was better than good. I started off with Good Fred oil.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Good Fred oil was the first thing we had on the West Coast to deal with naturals and Jerry curls. Okay. But Good Fred oil got a bad rep because it turned your hair red in the summertime. Nigga, everybody was blind in the summertime. Niggas' hair was red in the motherfucking summertime. Okay.
That's crazy.
But then when Good Fred when they came out with the Carefree curl, now it was a lot better, but that shit stung a lot harder.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it made for a hell of a situation when it came to dealing with your pillows. That shit stained like a son of a gun.
For real.
That shit. That's what y'all doing now, man.
Man, we actually working on getting our biopic together, man. You know what I'm saying? We constantly stay on the road.
Okay.
I'm working with several different artists for my label, The Life Entertainment, and just staying in it, just keeping the foot to the pedal, man.
Y'all got something out right now?
No, not right now.
So y'all not signed anybody?
No.
Ruthless, they just don't do nothing but groups like yourself, man. What's happening with that?
Man, I don't know what Ruthless is doing. Like
to make y'all go hire Alonzo as being an A&R, baby. Let's bring Ruthless record back. Don't give me a salary. Let's get these boys in the studio. Some more actors out here. Let's bring Ruthless back. Snoop doing it for Def Jam.
Yeah.
Snoop doing it for Def Jam. Shit, why not? You've been in the record game with 20 years now?
Yeah, like 26 years.
26 years.
Yeah.
Do you like these times better or the other back in the day better?
I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna love the era you come from, you know what I'm saying? I love those times, but it's good to see where music is going, where hip hop is going, you know what I'm saying? I see it coming back around, hopefully, coming back around to real artist development, and artists with true talent, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, like soon. So I mean, but I do like the era we come from for sure, definitely.
How do you feel about all these folks getting killed in the game? And they say hip hop is probably the number one killer of black folks, young black men these days. How you feel about that, being in the game this long?
Yeah, man, it's crazy, but they got it twisted. It ain't hip hop, it's violence. Like it ain't hip hop, it's violence. Like hip hop ain't killed nobody.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The dude with the gun, and then you know what I'm saying, the people that's doing violence, they the ones. So like we got to cut that out for real.
Do y'all have gangs in Ohio?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What kind of gangs y'all got in Ohio?
Man, it's Bloods, Crips. It's we got a gang called Heartless Felons. We got all kind of gangs out there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like anywhere else you go. Vice Lords, you know what I'm saying? It's disciples out there. It's great.
It's amazing. I got to talk, put the mic in my face for a minute. I grew up. I'm old enough to be your daddy. I got kids older than you. For real. I grew up with the OGs of both of them. I saw Tookie at the Watch Stacks. Cookie would be at the park on Sundays. We used to have concerts in the park. Back in the day, you could have a concert in the park. You see Frankie Beverly and Mays, Luther, Tina Marie, Rick James, and the park for free. Tookie them roll up there. Back then, they didn't do a whole lot of damage back then, but eventually they started acting a fool. I got chased out of school. I went to school in Centennial. So I left school. My school was right off OG Pyru. I said all that to say this. Thank you, Hologram EMC. Much love to you folks. I said all this to say this. It's amazing how the destruction of gangs was able to become a national situation. That whole movement where black folks were at each other's throats, been doing it for 50 years plus. Folk Bloods and Crips been feuding over 50 years. Imagine if that same passion was put in reverse, and for us to come together as folks. We'd be some bad folks, man. We'd be some bad brothers. We'd be some bad. If we was able to take that same energy and that same power that gangs feel and reverse it, and instead of having cats, how many cats you got on the yard, on the main yard, how many cats you got in graduating college? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I know this sounds like some far-fetched shit, and I know I sound like some happy-go-lucky dude, but I'm keeping it 100. If we were able to take the violence out of gangs, you ain't got nothing but some street fraternities.
Exactly. For real. That's true.
All you got is street fraternities competing to see who can do the most to enhance the community as opposed to destroy the community. That's been something I've been preaching for the past few years, man. I have a nonprofit. I work with a lot of artists, and I believe, I'm not saying, because gangs ain't going to, people like clicking up. Yeah. Whether it be with a gang, a church, motorcycle club, and everybody ain't got no violence attached to them. It just certain entities, because I think it might be a chemical thing that's testosterone makes young men challenge, challenge each other. I know you probably had a homie at some point in time. Nigga, I'm the shit. No, I'm the shit. Y'all got to get them up. Put hands. I know damn well 4 men in the group. Y'all had a fight. Okay, 4 men, 5 men in the group. Y'all done had some fights. But because y'all got love for each other and respect for each other, nobody got shot. Okay, y'all had a fight. All right, nigga, it's cool. The niggas might have your homies might have broke it up. Okay, the other 3 guys might have, unless y'all 2 on 2 or 3 on 2. I don't know how y'all get out, but I'm just saying that because y'all had somebody there with some voice of reason. Whatever fire that was ignited was able to be put out before it got too serious. And that's the problem I think we have right now with the folks in the upper echelon, as opposed to folks putting out fires. They throwing more gasoline on them.
Yeah, it's true. It is with the media too.
The media, okay. I remember doing in '92 when the gang truce jumped off. You was a baby back then. When the gang truce jumped off, I remember being out there at Gma Village, and me and my partner Angelo was coordinating all kind of events, working with Maxine Waters, everybody else trying to bring gang together. And we have been at one time we had like 5,500 cats right there on Avalon and El Segundo at the park. It's Magic Johnson Park now. And guys is older than me now, back then, shaking hands, crying, man, I'm sorry, man. We pouring out liquor for the homies and stuff. And the police was on the outside like, this can't happen. Because these niggas get together, we got a problem. Because the problem is, it's more gangsters than it is police. Okay? Definitely. It's more gangsters than the police. And the last thing they want to do is have a bunch of mad people, mad brothers with guns repositioning their shit. Okay? I ain't tell nobody to do nothing. But the last thing but I realized at some point in time, as more and more peace treaties or peace events got together, gunshots fired at the event on 108th and so. Ha! There goes the peace treaty. That kind of shit. Yeah. Okay? Definitely. I remember even one of my partners, my dad's partners who had a funeral home, he was like, shit, I'm losing my ass. I said, what happened? My dad said, what happened, man? These niggas ain't killing each other no more. I'm about to go out of business. So brothers don't understand the business behind gangbang. It's a lot of money behind that shit. A lot of money behind it. It ain't just the music. It's, the lawyers make money. Police make overtime. It's all kind of shit. So I'm thinking at some point in time, if somebody with some power can say, you know what, we're gonna put this bullshit aside, go get us an education, because that's a lot of that's what's happening. Folks ain't up on their game like they should be, being told things they shouldn't be told, or don't need to know right now, or whatever the case may be. And hey man, let's flip the script and let's go and get our shit together. Because at some point in time, guess what? With gentrification, in a few years, might not be a hood no more. Exactly. Let that sink in. It might not be a hood, at least one you know. Exactly. At least the hood that you know. It might not be here no more. Okay. They got some questions for you. I got to see Bone and Easy and Biggie on one show in Houston. Okay. Does Krayzie Bone wear earful flannels? What's that? Earful flannels.
Like Pendletons? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'm going to the chat room right now, folks. What y'all got for us? In fact, can I do that? I'm only gonna be the one to hear. I'm gonna be the only one to hear it though. I can't go to the phone lines. I wasn't gonna take it to the phone lines, but if I take it to the phone lines, he don't have no headphones on, so he can't hear what's being said. Tell you what, cutie, do me a favor. I got an assistant today, baby. Go in that. It's 2 cabinets. The second cabinet on the bottom down there. You're gonna see some headphones. Bring me one of them headphones. I'm gonna try to open the phone lines up for you folks. I'm gonna try to open the phone lines up. You don't mind, do you? Okay. I'm gonna open the phone lines up for you folks that you talk to Krayzie Bone here from Bone Thugs and Harmony. A surprise interview. Now I had an interview. I had an interview booked twice. My man he didn't show up 2 times, but he called me today. He apologized to the highest level of apologies. Said he's gonna do it next Thursday, which is cool. But this one right here just kind of fell in my lap, folks. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna let this brother get out of here without putting in front of this camera for a few minutes. Ain't in the world Arnold Dusty Vision would kick me in the ass. Man, he must be out your mind. In fact, I'm gonna get so I can bring Dusty in for a hot second. Dusty, if you're watching the show, I'm gonna send you a link right quick. See if you can get in and join us for a minute. And you find some info. There you go, baby. Boy, I like a smart assistant. Damn it, I might give you a check one of these days. Okay. She knew exactly. She followed the instructions right to the T. All I gotta do was unravel these sons of guns, and we can open the phone lines up and let y'all talk to my man Krayzie Bone. All right, see if those work for you, Doc. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, good. All right, folks, we got Krayzie Bone live right here in the studio. And I'm gonna open the phone lines up for a minute, folks. I'm inviting my boy Dusty, my man Domino who be hooking me up left and right on all kind of stuff. Much love to you, Domino. I'm gonna send Dusty a link right quick. Dusty, if you're not working too hard, and if Dusty's boss ain't watching this show, come on in for a minute, Doc. There go the link. And here's the phone number, folks. 424-256-9211. That's the number to talk to Krayzie Bone. It's in the chat room, folks. Do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. If you want to holler at Krayzie Bone, he's only gonna be here for a few minutes. This is I ain't gonna say emergency, but this is a last minute surprise. Why ain't this thing moving? Last minute surprise situation. And why Krayzie Bone is a living legend, a creator. There you go, folks. Krayzie Bone, living legend, the creator of rap harmony with the fast twist. Now, after after you started doing that thing, did anybody try to copy y'all style, man?
Man, a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't too happy about it either, but you know what I'm saying?
Dusty Vision joined.
All right, my man Dusty Vision just stepped in for a minute. What's up?
Krayzie Bone.
What's up?
Man, I could not do this. I had to invite you on the show, Doc. Show my love for you.
Thank you, man.
Come over a little bit.
Bone Thugs and Harmony is my all-time favorite group. Krayzie Bone, thank you for your contribution to hip-hop and music, man. This is an honor.
That's love, man. That's love.
We
Real
didn't have time to set up an extra camera. I was gonna put him in the other room and say, "Nah, you're gonna just sit next to me. He ain't got COVID no more, so we all right." Shit.
I love that, man. I love that. Yeah, there's a lot of good questions in the chat section. I was checking it out. One of the questions I'm curious. Someone wants to know are there any unreleased Eazy-E songs that you know about?
Yeah, there's a rumor that there's somebody in Canada supposed to have some Eazy-E tracks that came up missing right after Eazy died. What you know about that?
Man, I know we did a song. He was Eazy that never came out. I don't know what happened to it. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even title the song. Like, it was like real rough. I don't know what happened to it.
Oh, okay. So there's a possibility.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Good looking out.
Let me ask you, Krayzie Bone. Being out from LA, I always heard this rumor from the beginning, and I've been following your career, so I don't necessarily believe it. But what are your thoughts on the people saying that Bone Thugs and Harmony showed up in LA one day to a freestyle fellowship concert and took their style? Have you heard that?
No, I've not. Who is that anyway? I don't even know who that is.
Yeah,
No.
I remember. I just told him before you came online. I remember when Eazy heard about these guys and went to Cleveland to go meet with them and bring them back to California. He just grabbed y'all, right? It wasn't no. You never been here before.
No, we had talked to him on the phone.
Okay.
And we rapped from him on the phone, and he told us he was coming to Cleveland for a show. So we made sure we got to the show.
Okay.
And then when he saw us, and he was like, "When y'all trying to leave?" And he brought us right back. Like you said, he brought us right back.
So that's how that happened. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I know of freestyle fellowship They don't sound like crazy, like Bone Thugs.
I never got that myself, and I'm glad you don't even know who they are. That makes me feel better. Marlon Kofi wants to know, what was your most memorable moment with Eazy-E?
Man, man, just him calling us back, like not knowing us, like, you know what I'm saying, at all. That don't happen. Like he actually called us back, because his assistant or whatever at the time was like, I guess she got tired of us calling the office all day long. Keisha Anderson at the time.
Keisha, little fine ass. God damn, she was fine.
You know what I'm saying? And she made sure Easy called us back that day, and he actually called us back, and he rapped for him on the phone, and it was crazy. That's when it all started right there.
All four of y'all got on the phone?
No, just me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do y'all call that style, man? Is anything in particular?
Man, we just call it bone style. Like, for real.
Okay.
Yeah, that's facts. What about the Ruthless Records Death Row beef? Did you guys get involved in that?
Man, I mean, Easy, like always, like when us out of that, you know, saying, we had other plans, he was like, it has nothing to do with y'all. I mean, but of course, you know, it was words said, it was little remarks like said back and forth, but it never really got to nothing really got physical, man. And like, you know, like today we cool with all those cats now. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and I think that's one of the things that I can appreciate for those who maintain cooler heads in hot situations, that it didn't go to the next level, because now as a grown ass man, you realize it wasn't shit. It wasn't really about nothing but it could have got real ugly for no reason and kept perpetuating.
Exactly.
And y'all still be shooting each other in concerts right now. You shot my whole football back in the day. You know, now I got to shoot this. Come on, man.
Exactly.
I have a question, Krayzie.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about Flex and Bone and why he wasn't really around at the beginning? I personally know the story, but maybe you can let everybody know why he wasn't really around in the first album. But then he ended up releasing a dope album on Def Jam.
Yeah, well, man, you know, at the time, Flex was going through like a lot of mental issues at the time, man. You know what I'm saying? He was dealing with mental illness. You know what I'm saying? Before he was even called that. You know what I'm saying? But he was treated with being arrested and thrown in jail and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody understand what's going on. Even we didn't understand what was going on. But you know, he had a lot of run-ins with authorities when he got out here, and they became very familiar with him. And like, so like, it just so happened every time we had something major to do, like shoot a video or do a photo shoot or like do a single, he was never around because he was like either incarcerated or in a mental facility. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he missed out on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it got to a point where Easy and everybody kind of backed up, and they was like, you know, okay, y'all deal with him, this y'all people, y'all deal with him, but they just kind of backed up. But you know, he went through a lot. You know what I'm saying? He had to go down and sit down for 10 years. You know, that woke him up a lot. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing great now, for real.
Yeah, man.
Good to hear that.
Yes,
Frank Torcio says, ask him if Fat Joe stopped him from putting Cuban Link on his solo album.
No, not that I know of. Yeah.
Were you guys in the studio with Pac doing the Thug
Love?
Yeah, Busy was in the studio with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Any good Pac stories?
Huh?
Any good Pac stories?
Man, I mean, we only ran into him a few times. You know what I'm saying? Like the first time we ran into him was when he just got out. You know what I'm saying? He was telling us, he was like, man, I just want to let y'all know, like, that when I was incarcerated, I played that Crossroads every day, the original version of Crossroads, not the remix. He was like, I played the original one like every morning in my cell. I was like, bro, that's dope. And then from that point, every time we saw him, we was like, yo, we need to do something. And then they saw each other, and it finally happened.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, that's cool, Doc.
If you had to rate one, Krayzie, Thug Love or a Notorious Thugs, what's your all-time favorite?
Man, I never judged those two songs because they both great, but I do tell people, you know what I'm saying, I love Biggie. That's my brother for life, but I just resonated more with what Tupac was speaking about because I lived that kind of life, you know what I'm saying? So it resonated more with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Were you in the gang when you were in Ohio?
No.
What kept you out of a gang in Ohio?
Man, just music. And I I was, you know what I'm saying, like the whole gang and mafia thing was like, you know what I'm saying, you can't get out when you want to. I'm like, man, I'm not about to get to some niggas gonna tell me when I can't step out. I'm like, I'm
They
going
ain't how it
when I'm
go.
ready to leave, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was, and man, I was always into music anyway. I mean, we ran the streets, but it was always like us and maybe 2 or 3 more cats that ran with us. You know what I'm saying? But our circle was always small, and we was always taking on a bunch of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like always taking on a bunch of niggas, always.
So y'all, they basically put the gang within yourselves in.
Yeah, basically.
Y'all had your own clique. Y'all was bone crew, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What's your crazy experience rolling in LA with Eazy-E?
Man, just man, it was just crazy. Like we was just like excited. Like when we first came out here, you know, I know them. Like I was nervous. Like after seeing all the movies, and I was like, man, we finna go out here and get killed. I'm like, for one, because we dressed just like them, we got braids, nigga. They gonna think we from there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so we about to go out here and get into some trouble. But it was like, it was so crazy when we came out here, man. We got rolled up on so many times. Like niggas like, where y'all from? Da-da-da-da. But it was the grace of God. We got a pass every time.
All right, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, folks, we got a caller. Caller, talk to me.
Hey, first of all, it's an honor to be sitting there talking to Krayzie Bone. And my question is, at the time coming out with that harmony type of rap, were you guys reluctant because everybody at the time was so hardcore and so tough? But for y'all to come up with that singing harmony, were you guys reluctant to, or you just jump right into it?
Man, at first we didn't even realize what we was doing. It, you know what I'm saying? Like it all came from like, you know, what we did so many ciphers and was used to each other rapping so much, we knew each other verses. So when we would do our ciphers, when one person was rapping, the other 4 would be like ad-libbing, but it sounded like we was harmonizing. You know what I'm saying? So people started telling us like, yo, it sound like y'all like the Rapping Temptations or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we started like just rapping in the hood, and like that's what people started telling us. And like, you know, we even did some talent shows in Cleveland, man, and we was doing like, we actually performed the song Ouija that we put on our first album, and we got gong like a mother. And it was like, man, they was like, get that Oriental sound and shit up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, but no, we wasn't never reluctant, man, because we was always confident because we knew what we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like we wasn't talking about like we was singing, but we wasn't singing no soft shit.
Okay. Now you know what? Speaking of Ouija, okay, rumor had it for a while. Y'all was on the Ouija board and some hoodoo type shit. What's up with that?
No, man, like people like the whole Ouija board thing, man, was something we did when we was young kids. You know what I'm saying? Like we played that like when we was young kids, and that was that. It's just something we experimented with. We didn't like stay into it. We didn't like become devil worshippers off it. We was just curious as little kids.
I've heard that, man. People, man, Easy got the pentagram on his hand, and Bone Thugs and Harmony got him into the Ouija. We've heard this on the show.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Easy was cool till he got with Bone. What are you talking about?
That's great.
So yeah, Doc, that's some real shit. Go ahead, Dusty.
Let me ask you, speaking of Pac, one of the greatest, R.I.P., I know at the beginning he kind of had an issue with Bone Thugs and Harmony using Thug in their group name because he felt that he was the originator of the Thug life and all that. Can you kind of take us back to that time and what you guys were going through and how you guys mended that whole thing?
Oh yeah. I think he made mention of that one time on The Box, on that TV show when he was like, "Who was these thuggish ruggers? But we laid down the bricks to this thug shit," and we instantly wanted to fight. Instantly, we was like, "What? Okay, we got to see you too." You know what I'm saying? So it was like, we was like, because like we had been like calling ourselves thugs way before we got on with Easy, like way before we got on with even on our, you know what I'm saying, like on our earlier projects. So it was just like, but that was the youngness in us, man. Like to think like we had to retaliate on something like that, but it all got mended. Like, you know what I'm saying? When Pac came home, man, and it was just all out the door. Like it just wasn't an issue for some reason. And we moved past that and ended up doing a song, one of the greatest songs in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It was a wonderful thing.
Where did the Bone come in at, man?
Bone?
Oh, everybody Bone. Crazy Bone, Lazy Bone. Where the Bone come in at?
Yeah, that's like the family name. That's why everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Does it stand for something?
Yeah, well, Bone stood for beating on niggas every day. It's still for budded out niggas every day, brewed out niggas every day, and brothers on normal elimination.
Okay, all right. See, I never knew. I never figured. I thought. I mean, I didn't know what that meant. What the fuck bone shit come from?
Yeah.
All right, but shit, man, we doing great, Doc. How you coming to Domino? You about ready?
Is that DJ Domino?
My boy Domino's in the house, man.
What up, Domino? What up, man?
I
Hey, can I ask you
stole.
a question really quick, just from a hip hop nerd and from someone who's been in the studio and is fascinated at your style. Can you give us an idea of what the process is of recording a verse? I mean, how you layer things, and are you like, does anybody get it in one take? I mean,
Yeah.
that's so amazing to me.
Yeah, man, it varies. Like when I go in, sometimes I go in and you know what I'm saying. I go in and knock the verse right out. But like a lot of times, because I switch up so much and just in not in one verse, but in one line, you know what I'm saying. I switch up the pitch and the harmony. Like so, sometimes I like to go in and use the beat as a canvas and just paint it line by line to make sure my harmony is on point. Take it home, learn it, come back and say it all over all at once. You know what I'm saying? So. It's many different methods I use for real.
You know what, folks? Before we go, I got to give a special shout out to my temporary assistant over here. She brought Bone to the house. He's a part of the Jerry Curl event. Come on back here, Keisha. Come over here, Keisha. We got to call her. Hold on 1 second there. I got to give Keisha some love for hooking us up.
Hey.
Hey.
Keisha, how you doing?
She's a beautiful lady back here. She's the one brought Bone up to the house today. Much love to you, baby. Thank you very much. All right, call and talk to me.
Hey, what's going on with you, Lonzo?
What's up with you, Doc? Who's this?
Appreciate the platform. This is Jay calling out the Valley.
What's up, man? How you doing today? Man, you got a question for Krayzie?
Yeah. Crazy. What's up with you, bro?
What's up, bro?
Appreciate your work and all your talents and everything. I just wanted to ask you one of my favorite all time Bone Thugs tracks was Days of Our Lives from Set It Off.
Yes.
Can you speak on like what the inspiration was for that song? Did it just come specifically for that movie, or what was just the inspiration for Days of Our Lives? I still rock that today. The message and the track is still relevant today. So could you just speak a little bit on that track and the Set It Off movie experience with that track?
Yeah, man. That song actually we recorded that song for our album. It was supposed to go on our Art of War album, but when we got a call from the people that was doing the movie, they was like, you know, we want y'all to be a part of the soundtrack. So we gave them that song, and they hit us back, and they was like, yo, Queen Latifah and Jada love this song. They've already placed it in a scene in the song. They said it's perfect. They want the song. So I'm like, yo, there it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they basically just picked the song as soon as they heard it. They want to do a video for it and everything. So that's basically how that came about.
All right, there you go,
Did y'all
Doc.
go to the premiere and everything?
Oh yeah, we was definitely there at the premiere.
All right, there you go, Doc.
Oh,
Thanks
yeah.
for
Good
calling,
looking,
man.
Brown. Good
Much
looking.
love, folks. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call.
You got it.
Much love.
All right, much love to you too. All right, folks. We got a couple more minutes left. We got to let my man go back to the other project we came here for. He's going to be a part of the Jerry Curl documentary because it's so luxurious. It's so luxurious.
Hey, Krazy.
Go ahead.
Krazy, can you tell us a little bit about someone who was part of your very first single, and it's arguably my favorite Bone Thug song of all time, but we don't hear much about her. And forgive me if I'm saying her name wrong, but is it Tasha?
Yeah, Tasha.
Can you tell us about her?
Man, that's the homegirl, man. You know, it's crazy how we even how she even got on the song. Like we was actually at the studio recording the song. We were out in Hawthorne. I think it was Dirt Bike.
No, that's Torrance. That's
Torrance.
Donovan,
Yeah. And we was out there, and we was actually standing outside like smoking Black and Miles, and she was walking down the street, and she was like, "What's that place inside there?" We was like, "That's a recording studio." She was like, "Oh, I can sing."
Where I see that before?
Yeah, and she just started. We was like, "Okay, if you can sing this," and then she started singing the hook to Thuggish Ruggish Bone, and we was like, "Yo, come inside here and do this." And Easy was he was in there in the studio, and he's just like, "Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this bitch? Why you bring this bitch up in here like that?" We like, listen to her sing, bro. Listen to her. and she sung the shit, and Easy was like, Easy told who was Donovan?
Yeah, Donovan.
Easy told Donovan, he was like, yo, record her right now.
Mm.
And like she went in the booth and recorded, and that's how we met her, and that's how we got the hook.
Don't you guys have a documentary out or something like that?
Yes.
I think I saw that in the documentary.
Yeah.
I think I saw.
It's a few, yep.
Okay, I think I did see the documentary on y'all. So I saw something like that. It tripped me out.
Yeah.
All right, Dusty, man, go ahead. You got something else for him, Mike? Quick.
You know, I saw Big Pun's name all throughout the comments. Apparently, you knew Big Pun before he blew up. Can you give us an idea of you guys' relationship before we get out of here?
Yeah, man, we knew Fat Joe like before. Like Fat Joe was the first artist in the game that we connected with. Like Fat Joe and Tretch and Ben from Naughty Nature. They were some of the first ones like we like really connected with and like stayed down with this whole time. So Fat Joe always been the homie. We knew Big Pun before he even had this deal, before he even heard Big Pun. He was Punisher. You know what I'm saying? Back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was Punisher back then, you know, and like man, he was always the homie, man. Always the homie. Always had nothing but love. We was actually in New York when we heard he passed away for the interview, and we stopped the interview and went over to his family's house and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like that same day. So it was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, thank you, Alonzo, for letting me be a part of this.
Oh man, you know, baby.
Krayzie Bone, thank you once again for your contribution to hip hop. You guys changed the style, you changed rap, you changed music, period. To this day, everybody copies your flow. And I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, man. Like, real talk.
All love, bro.
Much love. Hey, folks, this is Krayzie Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. We got a special surprise. Didn't plan it, wasn't thinking about it until I saw him walk in the door. Interview. I think this might make up a little flip. It made up a little flip for not showing up for sure. They called me again today. They said they want to do the show again. We're gonna try one more.
All right, Flip.
One more time. He called to apologize again today. So yeah, folks. This is first I want to thank Domino and Keisha Wilkins over here in the corner, off screen, smiling, looking cute as she want to be. From hooking us up, folks. Dusty, thank you for being available. Thank y'all for stopping in on the surprise visit, y'all. Much love to my girl Pauline over there at Creative Artist Magazine. Thank you, folks. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all Tuesday, God willing. We out of here. Peace.
Oh, Lonzo.
Yes, dear.
Macaroni said to call us. You have his number?
Who's Macaroni?
You know,
One you just talked to?
Macaroni, yeah.